Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about voice acting. Now, I do a little bit of this myself, and a character that is a favorite of mine to do, let me just toss it over to my really good friend, Mr. Cleveland Brown. Hang on a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to my crackerphone. It's edible, too. You're stupid.
I'm sorry. I, a non-Egyptian white person, did the voice of Cleveland Brown, who is a black character. I apologize for marginalized... Oh, woke Twitter's coming for me. Monkeys, roll the footage. Jenny Slate quits Netflix's BigMouth, citing animated character's race. This article from John F. Trent yesterday, June 24th, 2020. I'm E. Tepokuin of The Place to Be Reviews. Nice to be back here with all of yous. Jenny Slate, who voices Missy in Netflix's BigMouth series, announced she's quitting the role because the character is biracial. Slate made the announcement in a lengthy Instagram post. And before I go on with this video, I'd like to remind you, please consider subscribing to the channel. Help us grow here at The Place to Be Reviews. We truly appreciate each and every one of our subscribers. This is going to focus on two articles, one about Jenny Slate, the other about Kristen Bell, and I just want to talk a little bit about this topic. On top of going through and covering these articles for you, of course, I'll add my thoughts. You can put yours in the comments below. Let's move on with this article now. Her Instagram post that explained her resignation began, "I have come to the decision today that I can no longer play the character of Missy on the animated show BigMouth." Slate continued, "At the start of the show, I reasoned with myself that it was permissible for me to play Missy because her mom is Jewish and white, as am I. But Missy is also black, and black characters on an animated show should be played by black people."
You serious?
Yes, because in troubled times, I look to celebrities for my life advice and life lessons and things that I should do to make me feel like I'm a better person. Yeah, because taking a voice acting job and playing a cartoon character is very, very, very important, and you should never, never underestimate your privilege as a white person if you're playing I can't even do this with a straight face. These celebrities are idiots. Are you kidding me? I seriously wonder who guilted Jenny Slate and Kristen Bell into quitting these two jobs, which I'm sure paid them pretty well, but of course it looks bad right now with the social climate and all. And oh yeah, I wonder if Kristen Bell remembers this little nugget.
I'm 1/12 Latina, and even if I wasn't, I'm 100% human, so I don't appreciate comments like that.
I'm retarded.
I acknowledge how my original reasoning was flawed, that it existed as an example of white privilege.
Are you fucking high?
And unjust allowances made within a system of societal white supremacy that in me playing Missy, I was engaging in an act of erasure of black people, Slate stated. Oh my God. Oh God, sound the fucking woke horn already. I can't take it anymore. Oh, the idiocy is strong with this one. Oh, you sweet summer child. Imagine every word of what you just said was wrong. It is, honey, it's an acting job, okay? You're an actress. You're acting, you're playing pretend. It's a cartoon, it doesn't matter. She then added, "Ending my portrayal of Missy is one step in a lifelong process of uncovering the racism in actions. Oh, clutch my pearls. As I look back on the nature and emergence of my own voice in comedy, I know that I've made mistakes along the way. I can't change the past, but I can take accountability for my choices," Slate wrote.
Calm down, now get back to your seat. I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Doctor, you want another phone?
She then stated, "I will continue to engage in meaningful anti-racist action, to be thoughtful about the messages in my work, and to be curious and open to feedback, and to do my best to take responsibility for the ways I am part of the problem," Slate concluded. "Most importantly, though, to anyone I've hurt, I am very sorry. Black voices must be heard. Black lives matter."
Thank you!
Following Slate's announcement to exit the show, creators Nick Kroll, Andrew Goldberg, Mark Levin, and Jennifer Flackett issued a statement detailing they regretted casting a white actress and vowed to cast a black actress to play Missy.
The end is nigh. The end is nigh. F***ing run away. The end is nigh.
Now, mind you, Missy is of mixed ethnicity. She is half white, half black, so she could sound either way. It doesn't matter. Besides, it's a cartoon character. The statement reads, after a thoughtful discussion with us and our black collaborators, Jenny Slate has decided, and we wholeheartedly agree, that Missy on Big Mouth should be voiced by a black actor. Jesus, could they fire that virtue signal off any farther into outer space?
Fuck me, right?
It continues. We sincerely apologize and regret our decision to cast a white actor to voice a biracial character. We made a mistake. We took our privilege for granted, and we're working hard to do better moving forward. You know what my apology would have been?
How about new?
We are proud of the representation that Missy has offered cerebral, sensitive women of color, and we plan to continue that representation and further grow Missy's character as we recast a new black actor to play her, the statement added. They then thanked Slate. We thank Jenny for her decision and for creating with us an inspiring, compassionate, and very human character. We look forward to being able to explore Missy's story with even greater authenticity in years to come. They make this sound like this is a fucking character from the goddamn movie Roots. Variety reports that Missy will be recast in season 5 since they already had wrapped production in season 4. What do you make of Slate's decision to quit Big Mouth? And Big Mouth's decision to hire a black actress for Missy? Do you think this is a completely asinine problem that they've invented to bring more victim status? I mean, in the wake of all that's going on, there's actually serious issues, and this is the bullshit that they choose to focus on. Okay. This is ridiculous, and this is why nobody takes things like this serious. And not to be outdone in the stunning and brave department, Apple TV pulls the plug on Kristen Bell voicing mixed-race Molly Tillerman on Central Park. That's correct, ladies and gentlemen. They will not allow this white bread to erase black voices any longer. Take that, white supremacists. Kristen Bell will no longer voice the character of Molly Tillerman, a mixed-race character with a black father and a white mother on Apple TV's upcoming Central Park series. Bell's exit comes after creator Lauren Bouchard defended Bell's casting back in January at the Television Critics Association Winter Press Tour. He added, "But then we couldn't make Molly white, and we couldn't make Kristen mixed-race, so we just had to go forward. And then we arrived there and we said, well, we just gotta keep doing the best we can to balance and to turn around and give somebody the opportunity who wasn't getting it. A commitment to diversity isn't some odd job. It's a commitment to making stuff better."
Sure, Jan.
Yes, because when selecting a television show, especially a cartoon, the ethnic authenticity of the characters portraying the voices is of the utmost importance to me and every other viewer across the country, bar none.
Shit.
Because if you don't blindly support every diversity initiative, well, we have a gift for you, ladies and gentlemen, and allow me to give it to you right now.
2 chops to the throat. 2 chops to the damn throat.
Bouchard then explained that he relied on Central Park actor and executive producer Josh Gad on the casting list. Bouchard detailed, "We cast first. In this case, it was building a bunch of characters around Josh Gad. We just said, who are your friends? Who do you want to work with? Who's going to come to work? Who's going to make themselves available?" So you can see it was casting of convenience and nepotism, and there was no discrimination in process. It was just, hey, who do you work with? That's the cast right there. So, yeah, really big racist problem, isn't there? He then detailed the cast list, and he had this incredibly exciting list of people, and it was very obvious. Leslie Odom Jr. had to be the dad. Catherine Hahn had to be the mom. Kristen had to be the daughter. Titus Burgess had to be his son. Those characters were sort of obvious, and then we just had this problem. Bouchard continued to defend the casting of Belle, saying, "It's not the ideal, but Belle is the ideal actress for that part." There it is right there, the ideal actress for that part. It doesn't matter what race she is. He would later state, "We have a responsibility to do 2 things. One, it's good to not have a bunch of dudes making stuff." Okay, so he's a male feminist cuck. All right. Stands to reason. It makes the show better if you just don't have a bunch of dudes. Diversity makes stuff better. You'll be exposed to a new idea. You'll avoid a trap. You'll avoid a cliche if you have a bunch of different voices in the room, whether that's the writer's room, whether that's artists, whether that's production, whether it's in the cast. Secondarily, you don't want to get to the end of the road in old age and look back and say, we could have done better, he added. Yes, because in your old age, the biggest regret you'll probably be worrying about is casting a white actress as a black cartoon character in a show. Really? Get over yourself.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Bouchard, Gad, Nora Smith, Halstead Sullivan, and Sanjay Shah issued a statement explaining why Bell would no longer be part of the show. It begins, Kristen Bell is an extraordinarily talented actress who joined the cast of Central Park from nearly the first day of the show's development, before there was even a character for her to play. And she has since delivered funny, heartfelt, and beautiful performances. Statement continues, but after reflection, Kristen, along with the entire creative team, recognizes that casting the character of Molly is an opportunity to get representation right, to cast a black or mixed race actress, to give Molly a voice that resonates with all of the nuance and experiences of the character that we've drawn her for. Oh, come on!
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit! You said so! So bullshit! All of it!
They do indicate that Bell will remain a part of the show. Kristen will continue to be a part of the show in a new role, but we will find a new actress to lend her voice to Molly. They then issued a statement of regret. We profoundly regret that we might have contributed to anyone's feeling of exclusion or eraser. Can you say virtue signaling of the highest power? The statement then continued, Black people and people of color have worked and will continue to work on Central Park, but we can do better. We're committed to creating opportunities for people of color and Black people in all roles on all of our projects. Behind the mic, in the writer's room, in production, and in post-production. They concluded, animation will be stronger for having as many voices, experiences, and perspectives as we can possibly bring into the industry. Our shop and our show will be better for respecting the nuances and complexity around the issue of representation and trying to get it right. It's unclear if Central Park will also recast Stanley Tucci and Daveed Diggs' roles. The two male actors currently voice women's roles. Ooh, there's something. Goddamn patriarchy. What do you make of Central Park's decision to remove Bell from the role of Molly Tillerman? Do you think they're a bunch of virtue-signaling Hollywood fuckface idiots? Or do you think this was something that needed to be done? This was a pertinent issue that needed to be addressed? I think the whole thing is a crock of shit. I think it is an attempt at virtue signaling by woke Hollywood to appease woke Twitter so they don't have to die on the altar of woke Twitter. I think this is a mainstream episode of projecting white guilt, and I do believe it is just pandering and a sign of how out of touch Hollywood is with real people in this day and age. I truly do. So yeah, what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and let's take this thing home, shall we? Here's where you can find us all across social media at TB2BR on Instagram, the Place to Be Reviews page on Facebook, the official Place to Be Reviews fan page, that's our private group, at the Place to Be RE1, at N80 Pete on Twitter, past podcast available on Anchor, iTunes, and Spotify, and now the Place to Be Reviews on Discord. You can also email us if you're old-fashioned, okay boomer, at theplacetobereviews@mail.com, the world's best mail. Thank you very much. Also, on the way out, don't forget to bitch slap that like button. Do me that big solid, would ya? Yeah, I think you can do that. Also, hail the Fandom Menace. Hail to thee, my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Help us grow the channel. Hail the Fandom Collective, a group which we are proud members of now. We'll be working with them on a lot of collaborations in the near future. And I'd like to personally thank you all for joining the Place to Be Reviews. That's right, I'm Tepukuian of the Place to Be Reviews right here with all yous. Remember, if I don't see you, have a great day and a pleasant tomorrow.